everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'll be rating strangers' side hustles from 1 to 10. If you yourself are looking for a side hustle to do, I guarantee you're gonna get a lot of great ideas from this video. And who are these strangers, you may ask? Well, they are people on Reddit. And before you guys click out, I will say that Reddit actually has a really great entrepreneur community. I've learned a ton on certain subreddits. So yeah, let's go. So we're on Reddit on the side hustle subreddit. 1 million members, definitely recommend you guys check it out. And this person is seeking advice and asked any weird side hustles that's pulling in cash, LOL. So hopefully we get some good answers, but spoiler alert, yes, I already looked through some of these and they are pretty good. Okay, first person, Inept Expert says, selling random short video clips filmed on holiday on stock footage websites. So this person's basically taking a camera, filming short clips, uploading it to these stock footage websites that basically pay you every time someone downloads it. Someone asked, how much are you making a month? They said $500 to $2,000, but if they were putting in more effort, they said they can make 5 to 10K. Someone was just like, okay, now there are 500 new competitors, but the thing is that most people that see this, they are not going to do it. I actually bet that 99.9999% of people, even if they see this and they're like, oh, this is an awesome side hustle, they're not gonna start. And that's just because taking action, it's really, really tough. So just know that if you take action, that means you've already won part of the battle. They're saying that they are uploading on websites like Pond5, Shutterstock, and VideoHive. So yeah, I have used those before. Some of them go on a monthly membership cost. So if someone pays like $20 a month, but they download, let's say 30 stock videos that month, that's gonna basically get split among all those people, whatever. And some of them it's paid by footage. So if they download something, it costs X dollars and then you get a percentage of that. So yeah, overall I'd rate this one maybe like a 6 out of 10. I think there is good potential, but this is something that basically compounds over time. And so you're not gonna make money at the start. I pretty much guarantee it. But if you do this consistently for a long time, upload a huge catalog of stock footage, then yeah, I think your income is gonna go up. I do think you can make that much money, but it's gonna take at least a few months and you won't get that instant cash flow. Okay, next person, WJS3 says, local residential property care. I picked up about a dozen neighbors and provide property care and basic handyman services, and they make about 15K, I guess, per month on the side doing jobs I enjoy. All right, take that back. They were debating this and he said since May. So that means in about 5 months, they made $15,000 doing this. So that's about $3,000 per month, which is actually pretty good. I actually think this is pretty genius, especially if you want to get instant cash flow. I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10, and here's why. You guys know I'm all about high value skills, and what they are doing is a high value skill. Property care, not a lot of people want to do that. That's why they are willing to pay a good amount of money. And then the handyman services, yes, that is a very specialized knowledge. If you can fix things around the house, such as like hang TVs, change out an outlet, whatever, stuff like that, then you can charge a good amount of money for it. And I think that if this is something you like to do or you're able to do, it can be a great cash flowing side hustle that basically turns into a real business. What I would do is I would go around to my neighbors' homes, I'd knock on their doors, offer my services. I also post on websites like Thumbtack and Craigslist, really prioritize the customer experience. And if you do this, I guarantee you they're going to refer you to their friends, and this can absolutely turn into a full-time thing. It just really depends on whether or not you want to do property care and handyman stuff. If that is something that you already know how to do, then this is a really, really great idea. And yeah, for those people, I'd say it's like a 9.5 out of 10. But for most people, I'd say, yeah, 8.5. Okay, so Carson the Realtor says, ADT offers me $250 every time I sell a house if I can convince the people to get their security system installed using, I guess, ADT. Oh, so they're saying they don't actually do this, but they think that they would offer the same deal to someone else. So this is basically just like sales, some sort of like affiliate marketing thing. They're saying go the night before and cause a disturbance and then show up the next morning and sell the security system. Probably not the best idea unless you want to go to jail, but that's creative. So I'd say in theory, selling things like this, it can be pretty good. It's extremely performance-based. So if you are good at sales, if you can get creative and find people to actually buy the service, that's actually a good side hustle. I'd give this like a 8 out of 10. But in terms of fulfillment, I'd say this probably isn't the best. You're gonna get rejected a lot. You are gonna get the door slammed into your face a lot. You're gonna get called names, but if you can handle that and you are looking for some way to, instantly start making money, then I think this can be pretty good. All right, someone says grave digging. I don't know what this actually means. I don't think I'm gonna comment on this since I don't know it. So let's move on. Hustling used premium office chairs. I think this is super smart. Right away, I'm gonna give this like a 9 out of 10. Someone asked, which sites do you use to sell? They said Facebook Marketplace. This won't work in some locations where the market is flooded with businesses selling large quantities of chairs, but I think in a lot of places, that's not gonna be the case, and this can be extremely smart to do. I think the play here is to go on sites like Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, find chairs that people are selling selling, they're likely gonna be in not the best shape. And what you're gonna do is buy these chairs, bring them to your warehouse or house or wherever, clean them up, and then create a much better listing with better pictures and sell them for a premium. A lot of people actually do this with furniture, so this is just like a subset of furniture. And I know they actually do really, really well. Another thing you guys can do with this is find a business that's going out of business, offer to buy up a lot of their chairs in bulk. So yes, this will cost a good amount of money up front, but you should get a good deal on each chair, and then post these on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, sell them to consumers. And if you have a good listing, I think you can make a pretty solid profit doing this. This is especially true for things like the Herman Miller chairs. A lot of these more premium chairs, companies will buy up a ton of these. They won't need them anymore. They'll sell them at a huge discount. And that's where you can basically come in, buy them, and then sell them for a profit to the end consumer. Okay, pet sitting slash boarding. So yes, this is very smart. We actually have our own pet sitter and boarder. They basically get to live at our place while we are on vacation, look after our dog, and they get paid a daily rate. Usually that's gonna be between, let's say, $40 to $100 per night. This person said, I'm currently on a pet sitting job right now, and for 3 nights, I'll make $300. That's actually really, really good. I'd say that's on the upper end of pricing. I personally would not hire them since I am a bit more frugal. You also don't need to stay at their house. You guys can do short visits. I remember back when I was broke, I used to go to a neighbor's place. They would give me $10 to $15 to go to their apartment, spend like 5 minutes with their dog, and then just leave. So yeah, that was like the easiest $10, $15 I would make every single day. There are a lot of great sites for this, like rover.com. I also recommend posting on Care and Craigslist. Basically, the more exposure you get, the more likely you are to find good clients. So yeah, if you like pets, if you're okay staying at people's homes, or you're okay traveling to their place for a short amount of time, I think this is pretty solid, right? I think I'd give this a 6.5/7 out of 10. It's not the highest just because the amount you make from this, it's not gonna be that high, but it is a solid side hustle. All right, I have a friend who does SEO as a side hustle. They clear 100K a year. I actually have a friend that has an SEO business. They absolutely crush it. They do millions per year. And so yeah, SEO, I think it's a very great high value skill. I think if you spend, let's say, 1 to 2 months really diving deep on SEO, that's when you can start offering it as a service to different clients. It's gonna eventually turn into a full-fledged business. And since it is such a high value skill, the amount of money you can make from this, it's easily gonna be in the 6-7 figures. If you guys don't know what SEO is, it's search engine optimization. It's basically helping people get their websites ranked on Google search. The reason why this is so important is because if you can get your website ranked on search terms, you can make an absolute killing. And so these business owners, they are willing to pay SEO people a lot of money to basically solve this problem for them. I'd give this one a 9.5 out of 10 because it's a high value skill. It's something that you can learn relatively quickly. And it's a service that costs $0 up front to basically start. All you need to do is market yourself and find clients. So yeah, really, really smart. Okay, Earl, your friend, says event security. It barely feels like work and the pay is good. I don't know what they mean by good, but the thing they really like is seeing games, concerts, races, golf, fairs, all for free. And you can basically get paid to people watch as well. So someone asked, do you have to have a security license? And they said, no, you just need to be legally able to work, okay? Although I do think you'll get paid more if you do have some type of license. So yeah, it does seem like in some states you do need a guard card to do this. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this, just do your own research. I'd give this one like a 4.5 out of 10, just because I know with security, you aren't gonna make that much. You're really trading your time. This is basically like a low value skill. And so the amount of money you're making, I guarantee you it's not gonna be over $30, $40 per hour. Unless you're doing security for, let's say, Justin Bieber, but I guarantee you he's not gonna hire you. So yeah, if you want a chill job while getting to watch things for free, whatever, I think this could be good, but overall not the best side hustle in my opinion. Okay, Focus Group Studies says Rocky Road 55. If you fit a specific demographic, then I think this can be a good way to, bring in some cash every once in a while. Not a consistent side hustle likely, but if you're looking for an extra like 100, 200, 300 bucks every once in a while, I think this can be pretty good. But this is more like a short-term thing. It's not like an actual thing that can turn into a business. So I'll give this one a 5.5 out of 10. Okay, Sammy No Brain says, during lockdown, I made about $1,000 a week cleaning houses. It's not easy work, but if you enjoy keeping busy like I do, it's easy money. So I am a bit torn about this because yes, cleaning homes, it is not easy at all, but it is something that everyone can learn how to do. But at the same time, $1,000 a week, it is not that high, especially if it's full-time work, which I guarantee you this person was doing. So I'd say if you are cleaning homes and you want to turn this into a business eventually, then that's good. But if you just want to clean homes yourself, you're trading your time for a relatively low value skill. It's also not the most glamorous job. You're gonna see some for sure. So I'll give this one a 5.5 out of 10. Okay, paid clinical studies says Ben T. Cinco. They're about to get paid $6,100 for doing a study next month. Now it's probably a really extensive study if it's paying that much. I've never heard of anyone getting paid that much. I used to do some psych studies back when I was in college. Those paid like $200, $300. It usually came out to about $50 per hour. So yeah, the amount of time they're spending on this study, unless they're doing some crazy stuff, it's probably a lot of time. People are chiming in saying they have done pharmaceutical studies too. It seems like they made a good amount of money. But again, this is just a one-off thing. You're not gonna get a ton of clinical studies probably. But in terms of the pay per hour, it's pretty good. I'll give this one a 6.5 out of 10. Okay, Ashamed at 242 says, I buy and sell secondhand gold clubs. I don't even know what a gold club is, but buying and reselling things, this is really smart. I used to do this when I was in high school. I'd go to slickdeals.com, buy things on sale, and sell them on eBay. I don't remember how much money I made, but I know I made at least hundreds of dollars. But the best thing was that I learned how to do it. And yeah, if you do this correctly, you guys, if you do this at volume and if you do this at scale, this can turn into a full business. There are lots of ways to find things that are selling for under market value. You can use Facebook Marketplace, go to garage sales, you can find things that are on sale that are normally not on sale. And so when you know the pricing of things really well and you know, hey, I can buy this and sell it for X profit, that's when you can get really, really successful with this. So I'll give this one a 8.5 out of 10 because it's something that I used to do. I learned a lot from it. It sort of gets you into e-commerce, which can lead to other things. And guys, yeah, everything we're talking about in this video, they are more side hustles. Some of them can turn into businesses, but these are things that you don't need to do forever. For a lot of you guys, these are gonna be stepping stones, meaning you're gonna do this, you're gonna learn lessons from it, and it's going to lead you to the next thing. That's basically the story of my life. Okay, Gaba says, I'm a wedding photographer. I hire second shooters for about $250 a day. Is that euros or pounds? I need to get a little bit better educated. But anyways, if you guys know photography and you want to do a second shooting, I think that's a great way to make some cash. It's not the most amount of money, and the big bucks are basically made being the first primary shooter. But I give this like a 7.5 out of 10. You are learning how to shoot better when you are a second shooter. And basically the goal is to do enough, build up your portfolio so that you can actually be the main wedding photographer. And trust me, you guys, if you can be a good wedding photographer, you will likely make $3,000 to $10,000 per wedding. It's a very, very high value skill. That's why I'm a big fan of photography. I did photography for over 10 years. So yeah, being a second shooter, lower score, but if you were an actual wedding photographer or just photographer in general, I give this a 9.7 out of 10. Axel Fay 85 says, jumping castle higher. It's about 85% profit. They said 5,000 AUD a weekend is possible. So I think this is actually pretty clever. It's essentially buying something that most people won't buy and then renting it out. So yeah, 99.999% of people, they don't have a jumping castle. And if they want to have an event with kids, they're likely just going to hire someone to set it up for them so that they don't need to store a giant damn castle in their garage. I think this applies to anything. So cameras, lenses, photo booths, anything that's expensive, if you can actually rent it out, it can be a pretty good side hustle. Now, jumping castle is better than electronics because those can be broken. Jumping castle, it's like a tent. It's less likely to break. There's less likely to be user error since you actually have to help them set it up. And so yeah, I'd give this one a 8.6 out of 10 because I do think you can buy jumping castle for not that much. You are putting some time into actually going out there and setting it up for them, but there's a lot of perceived value for these jumping castles. It's absolutely gigantic when it's blown up, but when it's actually deflated, it won't take up that much space. It adds a lot of value to a party, so people are willing to pay a good amount of money for it. The high value skill part here also comes in where setting it up does take some skill. So yeah, I think this is actually pretty smart. This person says, I have 14 castles and 2 trailers to get the hires out. So they basically have people working for them, which is smart. This person pays their worker $100 a castle in cash. Hires are for full days, 6 hours only. And if I can't collect for whatever reason, I give them free overnight, which they love. So that's pretty cool. Castles range in price from $270 a day to $550 a day. Wow, that's actually really good. And plus giving them that free overnight, it literally doesn't cost you any money. It might actually be better for you. All you have to do is come pick it up the next day. And $270 to $550 a day, of course, it's gonna depend on where you are, but that is really solid. Guys, I think we may be onto something here. Okay, we'll do one more. Ross Held says, flipping lawnmowers. I live in the burbs and people throw them out when little things go wrong. So this is the classic example of buying something that seems to be broken, fixing it up, and then flipping it for a profit. I think this works really well for things that are more complicated. So yes, lawnmowers. I have no idea how to fix a lawnmower. If something pretty simple, broke on it, I probably would just throw it away or whatever, donate it. And I think that does present a lot of opportunity. So if you know lawnmowers well, you know how to fix them, I think this this can be a great side hustle. I give this an 8.2 out of 10. The great thing with these is that people usually pay cash for them, so it's not really a taxed business income. Don't tell the IRS that, of course, because you are supposed to report all and any income. But yeah, if it's cash, you guys, maybe you don't need to. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys got some good ideas from these side hustles. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised by how clever some of these are. A lot of them are very opportunistic. Is that a word? In a good way. They add value to other people. And so as a result, they can actually make a good amount of money. Like I said earlier in this video, the most important part of this video and any information you guys get online is to actually implement it, right? So we talked about a bunch of good ideas. If you actually want to make this a reality, you have to go out and actually try it. And yes, I get that gets uncomfortable, but you just need to take that leap of faith. Every successful person that I talk to has taken multiple leaps of faith. So yeah, just emulate them, take those leaps of faith. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit different than my other videos. If you guys did, make sure to share with a friend, and then also like and subscribe if you haven't already. Because on this channel, my whole goal is to help you guys out with your financial success. I want you guys to live the life that you really want to live and say, hey, it's okay to stray from the traditional rules that society places on us. It's okay to do things differently. Thank you guys so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.